Okay, he says also on my homepage, I have all 50 states, which are your top of silos, listed in columns. Is this an okay way to allow link juice that points to my root domain to flow through and be spread amongst each silo state? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, drop down menus can do the same thing. I wouldn't want a drop down menu with 50 items though. So what you're doing is clearly a better way for for user experience anyway. But you know, I'm just pointing this out, is the drop down menus also will accomplish the same thing. But you got to be careful with drop down menus because they can bleed silo themes. So like if you're going to have, let's say that you had 10 categories or 10 silos on the site, and you didn't put them like in columns listed on the page somewhere, right? So instead you tried to, if you tried to jam 10 categories into a navigation bar without using drop downs, it would be way too busy, right? It would be really ugly and it's just crappy. You don't want to do that. So you could put them in a drop down. Well, that's okay to do, but just remember that, you know, any links pointing to the home page are going to split across that drop down as well, because the drop down will bleed. And that's not bad from a home page standpoint. But where that gets to be a problem is once you get on into inner pages that are within a particular silo, because if that menu, drop down menu is still available in that, or you know, showing, it's still present in the navigation bar. Now any links coming into that particular page or post within that silo is going to get bled through that navigation bar. So in those kind of situations, and again, I know this isn't specific to you, James, but I'm just putting this out there for everybody else's benefit as well. For those kind of situations, like for example, a lot of the home service type stuff that I do, if there's multiple categories or services that the contractor offers, what I like to do is put a services page on the site, right? So essentially there's only a navigation link in the, you know, or a button in the navigation bar that links to the services page. And then on the services page, I list all the various services, which are links to the top of the silos, so the top level page for each one of those silos. And the reason why we do that is so that in the navigation bar, there's only a services link, not a, you know, a drop down or multiple services, so that when you're in one or on one of the internal pages or silo, you know, pages within a silo, it won't bleed through to the other silos, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the, and so in other words, the services page is not part of any silo. It's just a navigational page. It's just for, it's just one page that then lists, it's like a gateway to all the silos, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's something that I recommend doing. Now, in your case, if you've got them listed like on the site, and again, that's also a user you know, engagement or interface type design, or you know, something that you do for the user so that they can come and very easily click on their state, that kind of stuff. That's perfectly fine to do because that's only present on the first page, right? On the home page, I'm assuming. All right, and then last thing he says, thank you guys for everything. Your Serpspace IFTTT networks have been an essential part of my ranking strategy, and your customer service is awesome too. Cheers, James. Awesome, James. Thank you for that.